Well, hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a lamb tagine. Now, in terms of ingredients, you're going to need a couple of things. This is not exactly the simplest recipe on earth, but it's not that hard either. So I'm doing a lamb tagine, so I've got some lamb shoulder here. I've got some salt, got a tomato, got some carrots, some aubergine, got some potatoes, got some garlic, got onion, you'll need black pepper, you'll need bay leaf, you'll need, the most important is turmeric and cumin. Also we're going to be infusing it with saffron. We'll be using the saffron for the couscous as well, which is over here, which we're going to steam. Other ingredients you will need are the almonds, which we're going to skin. We've got some pine nuts here as well from the pine trees, and we've got some dates, some lovely dates. I'm also going to need a couple of herbs. So I've got some spring onion here, I've got some sage, I've got some parsley, some thyme, and a little dash of rosemary because it's pretty potent. So in order to begin, I would say we start with cutting up the veg. So here with the spring onion, just dice it up a bit. Next, we're going to crack open the garlic. I've got about 5 or 6 cloves here. I like garlic. So now that we have the garlic, we're going to go for the onion. The onion we're just going to cut in slices. Now we're going to cut up our herbs. So now we've peeled our potatoes, and our carrots, and with the zucchini we just chopped them off here. Chop the tips off. And then we're going to slice them down the middle. So. Alright, now that we have the veggie cut, we're going to go over to the spice. So these spices we have is turmeric, black pepper, bay leaf, cinnamon, cumin, saffron, paprika, and cumin as well, which is another type of spice we get here in Austria. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the veg in, well not the veg but the onions and the garlic into the tagine pot. These kind of pots you can buy easily on Amazon. If you don't have one, you can just use a normal pot, no problemo. So now we're going to add some oil, some olive oil to the tagine. This is what we're going to need to help cook the onions. Now we're going to start to prepare our lamb. What we want, so this is a lamb shoulder that's been deboned. What we want to do is to cut this into a bit more smaller pieces. We have quite a bit of fat here. I don't think we're going to need all of that, so I'm going to remove some of it. So now to prepare the spice mix, just get a bowl, put a bit of water in, maybe a cup, okay, like so. Add in all your spices. So your saffron, turmeric, bay leaf, paprika, cumin, pepper. Okay, and then you just let that all fall in there, marinate for a bit. So now we're ready to add the onions. If you're using a clay tagine on your oven like this, on your hob, always put the temperature up slowly. If you put ceramic on, cold ceramic on a high heat, it'll crack. So be very careful with that. So we're adding in our onions. We're going to add in our garlic. I'm leaving them whole as they are, like that. need plenty of time for all the flavors to get out of there. So let's take a look how things are going. As you can see, a nice little simmer. Needs a couple more minutes. Okay, this is looking good. What we're going to do now, we're going to add the meat. As I said, this meat is lamb, and we're going to make a tower, so we're going to build it upwards. Like that. Now, we're going to add our lovely herb juice that we've made and our spices. So, make sure the bay leaves get in the water. Okay, so now we have our spices, we have all our juice. We already started to throw in just a couple of our herbs and pre-cut. What we're going to do now is we're going to let this cook for at least half an hour. In the meantime, we're going to move on to the nuts. Okay, so we've got some water on the boil, boiling up. We're going to do is throw in a couple of almonds. More than that. What we're going to do is we're going to boil these for about 3 or 4 minutes. And once they have been boiled, it'll be easier to remove their skin. Okay, so now the almonds have been boiled, and what we can do very easily, you can just remove their skin like that. That is what we're going to do. Okay. So next we have the dates. Dates are basically the fruit of palm trees, and they're very sweet and they're extremely healthy for you. So this is what one looks like. Basically, we have to cut it through the middle, get the seed out. Just this piece here. Okay, so you get that out, and I'm going to take about, let's say, 3 or 4 of these dates. So the sweetness is very strong, and we don't want to overpower the tangine. So here we have a little bit of water boiling, just a little bit. I'm going to add in just a bit of brown sugar, just a teaspoon. And we're going to add in the dates we just cut up. Okay. By boiling them this way, we're going to allow them to melt a bit and also to create a nice juice and let out all their wonderful aroma. I'm just going to do this for about a minute or 2. So what we do now is we lift the lid from the tagine and we put the date mixture, the water and the sugar on top, like so, and put the lid back on. So now we're going to move on to the nuts. What we're going to do is we're going to give them a little bit of a fry, to brown them a bit in olive oil. Lid and throw these nuts around. Like so. Okay. So now we're back at the veg, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our carrots and we're going to cut them down the middle, like so. Now you don't want to put too much big veg like this in because there's not very much space in the tagine itself, so keep it limited. So the tagine has been doing its thing for roughly about an hour. So it's time for us to now add in all of the veg. So our potatoes, the couscous, what we're going to do first is we're going to create an infusion. Okay, so we're going to take some saffron. Okay, it's going to help with the color and amazing aroma. And we're going to take a stock cube for vegetable stock, or if you have just vegetable stock that you made yourself, that's fine as well. And what this is going to do is it's going to give a lot of extra flavor to the couscous while it's steaming, and it's going to taste more than amazing. So we take our couscous. Okay, now this is not pre-made or pre-cooked or ready to go couscous. This is the real deal. Okay, you want to take your time with couscous. You want to keep it fluffy. You want to steam it for at least an hour. So if you're going to make a tagine and you're taking the time to make tagine, I would advise that you also do couscous the right way. So now we're going to add our infusion, like so. And we're going to let the couscous soak up all those flavors and fall in love. Okay, and you'll see it's going to soak it up really quickly. Okay, so we just give this a little bit of a whirl here and there. And then we let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to start the steaming process. So for the steaming process, you just get a bowl like this or a pot, and you put in a little bit of that vegetable stock that was left over. You put on your steaming tray like that. Now we're slowly going to add couscous. Okay, so now we've steamed our couscous for an hour. Look how nice and fluffy it is. It's perfect. At the same time, we can look over here at our tagine, which is also ready. Voila, madame. That is a beauty. So here's the completed tagine, and as you can see, you have the lovely meat that has been steaming away for, well, in this case, about 2 hours, 3 hours. Just literally falling apart, as you can see. Look at that. Don't have to do much to get it apart. It's just with the spoon. Very nice. Everything is ready. All the nuts and ingredients all fused together. No flavor escaping. This is the result. Voila! So here we are, time to plate. Saffron and all other good things. And then we go for the tagine. There it is, folks. There it is, folks.